Hey, what's up? Just wanted to share some of my screenshots of Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy. Uh, Pretty incredible game so far. I'm deeply impressed. Something I didn't realize for several hours was that my display resolution was not right. I could tell it was off, but I didn't know why exactly. And I still thought the game was so beautiful that I just kept playing it anyways, until I don't know, just little things kept bugging me, and I was like, something's off. And then I went and looked, and I was like, oh, I can go fix this. So it won't be a long time before I get to the screenshots where I finally have the resolution correct. It was doing this auto scale thing or whatever. I had to turn that off to put it at the right scale. Anyways, so a lot. I mean, I've taken several hours of screenshots that I didn't have at the max resolution or whatever, and it's not a big deal. It's just funny. But I think you'll see why it took me so long to really go into the settings and check and make sure that things were right, because it's just a beautiful game. I hope there's a new game plus already, and I also hope I still have at least 40 hours plus in the game to play. I hope. Um, it's been really cool so far. That I had like 12 hours played before, or at least 10 hours played before I unlocked skills. So I was like, oh, I knew they had to be coming at some point. But I mean, I've taken my time playing through the game. I've done a little bit of exploring, but this was an in-game screenshot right here. This was before I fixed the resolution. Um, when I was walking through that, my mind was blown. When I'm looking at the screenshot, I'm just like, But I mean, it's the same for the entire world is incredible. That's incredible. It's such an incredible world. It's so beautiful, and I love the paintings on the walls everywhere. There's so much stuff. It's cool, man. It's very magical. It's every They have the ghost floating through the halls and everything, man. The paintings are alive. Most of them are animated. The statues are animated. Um, they do their little salutes and stuff like that as you walk past them and all that. Um, this was actually part of a cinematic-ish thing. I just liked it. I thought that was cool. And yeah, lower resolution. It's funny, man. Um, this was in game. I was walking through this, and I was like, I was like, the whole time I'm playing this game, I'm like, I don't even need to enter photo mode, man. In game is good enough, but I want to get the different camera angles. It's such a beautiful game, though. And there is no in-game photo mode, but I'm using the NVIDIA capture thing, GeForce capture thing. This I'm pretty sure this was an in-game tutorial shot, like in-game actual combat on the table. I'm pretty sure this was in-game. Yeah. Anyways, that was fun. That was cool. I thought for sure I had a different screenshot too, like a better one on the. I have to scroll back through some more. Never mind, whatever. This one I could tell more when I came across the screenshot again, because I remember when I first took it, I was like, "This is so beautiful." But this was also one of those things where I was like, something is like a little off, like it just seems like it's a little off, because it's gorgeous. But yeah, no, so I did. It was just I couldn't tell what the hell it was. This is a grayed out option, but anyways, this is beautiful, man. This is so funny. So the what was it? The scaling resolution was putting it at like 1280 something, I don't know what the other thing to 1280 is, but it was weird. Weird. So yeah, no, I definitely noticed a difference right away. Like it's not drastic. Well, kind of just depends, you know. It's drastic in some areas, and others it's like just noticeable, you know. Um, but yeah, anyways, it's a beautiful game. It's so I love the world, man. It's incredible. It's incredible. I didn't there's so many things I didn't unlock until 10 plus hours. Like I did spend a lot of time wandering the school, like but I didn't like I didn't explore it like toe to toe like I thought about doing, but I could tell it was gonna be big, and I was like, nah. And I also could tell it was gonna be a maze, and I was like, I actually want to play the story, so I didn't explore too much. Like I explored like around kind of where I was going. Like, um, I remember the first time I saw the screenshot after I had saved it, I was going back through my screenshots and seeing what I was gonna save and stuff. Um, and I almost forgot why I took this one. And then I was like, oh yeah, because I'm up there at the top of the screen. That was my character. And I actually like had to like during a quest I was like wandering around. I had to go through all these little stairs and around just stuff, and ended up opening up there, opened the door, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I took a screenshot like that. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was funny, but yeah, it's fun. It's got you know, like the staircases that come to life and stuff as you walk towards them and all that kind of stuff. This is a very magical world. Very, very, very cool and fun. I haven't had a lot of combat so far. Um, been a bit like a little bit of combat. Um, but I've been fine with it. I've actually had fun exploring and finding chests and doing the little mini puzzle stuff. But I mean, I have stuck to the story mostly. Um, it's been good, man. It's been really good. Been a, like this is by Avalanche Studios, who also did Mad Max, which is another excellent game. And Rage 2, which is also awesome. I remember I couldn't get into Rage 2 the first time I tried it, and then I went back probably months or years, sometime later, and I tried it again, and I got really into it, and it's one of my most favorite games. Um, and I'm forgetting what else. They did Just Cause, right? I think so, like 3 and 4. Which I enjoyed very much. I hope there's a 5, man. I loved 4, dude. Oh my gosh, Just Cause 4 was freaking epic, dude. That game was epic. I wish it had as much side content as part 3. I just really like this atmosphere. This character was cool and funny. She had a quest for me. But again, like this is like now now I recognize it too. I knew that, like I said, I knew there was something off with like the graphics, but I didn't know what setting it was because everything was maxed. So I mean, I played like that like for a long time, several hours, and I still thought it was beautiful. But yeah, I love stuff like this, like just the environment stuff is really neat. Um, and this is all, you know, in game. This is in game. This is how it looks in game. Um, and this is before I fix it. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, like I don't even know if I'm gonna get to those screenshots. Because wasn't planning to do this long video. I was planning to go find my favorite screenshots, but there's too many, and I was like, I'm like hundreds. And I knew I wanted to show a lot, but it would take me a long time to get to the most recent ones, and I didn't want to get because I'm like further into the game, and I didn't only want to show like the newer stuff, you know. But I have started recapturing some of the earlier content as well. Yeah, it's, you know, I derped that, but these spiral staircases, you actually, you know, you really walk up those, walk up and down them. It's so cool, man. That is, and there's always like books flying around and stuff, and you actually catch them. There's like little side quests for capturing certain books, and it's like lore stuff kind of a thing. There's all kinds of little little cool fun things. I definitely, so far, I would say this is a good game for most ages, you know, so far, just from what I can tell. I haven't beaten it or anything, but it seems to be that way, you know. It's pretty cool. Very well done. I really just like the statue a lot. I saw that statue and I was like, oh, that's a cool statue. I feel you. I feel you. And also another, like, I love this, you know, the whole architecture and everything, and then the just everywhere. The entire world that these characters live in, you know, is pretty incredible. It's pretty cool. Very cool stuff. Yeah, man. Oh yeah, there's these little puzzles. These ones I still have not done yet. I was not in the mood. I saw them and I was like, all right, I get it. Honestly, I came across like the solutions that show you like what the things mean and whatever, but I was like, oh, they're mostly just time wasters, and I don't like them. I mean, that's for me too, because I don't enjoy those. I just didn't like them in Uncharted either. They're just my least favorite puzzles in any game. I don't even want to explain it because it bores me. This just for me. It's just not for me, man. I'm not into that. Anyways, this was incredible, man. And look, remember, still lower resolution, man. It's funny. But I'm telling you, man, the world everywhere I go in this game is pretty amazing. The mirror thing is another little side quest thing. It's pretty cool. Give me a sec. Sorry, I had a sip of water. But yeah, the mirror thing is cool with the moths. I like the way they do the puzzles too. To me they seem a little. Depends. Some of them are like right away they kind of seem like way too easy. But then I was thinking like, it's mostly because I've done these all before in like a jillion different games by this point, you know. So far my impression is this is one of the best games I've ever played in my life. I'm 46 years old. I meant to say this at the beginning of this video. I meant to say that. Man, damn it. Knew there was something. Anyways, yeah, no, but for real, it's up there with Mario Odyssey, which when I completed that, I was like, that is, I like before I completed Uncharted 4 and Mario Odyssey. There was never a game I could say that is the best game I've ever played in my life, like in my life. I had every time anybody asked me my favorite game, and they'd be like, "What's your favorite game like ever?" I'd be like, "We time I got like 30, I can tell you right now," you know, like. But Uncharted 4 for me, unfortunately, is still just kind of like it's a one-time experience, you know. It was hard to go back, and I tried replaying it, but I think it's been enough time now. Some games are just harder to go back through. It's really slow. The pacing is terrible. It's in Uncharted 4. The pacing is terrible, but pretty incredible game. Like overall, pretty damn incredible. But Mario Odyssey was very special, and now this game. So Avalanche, so far I have not played. I think so far I've never not been impressed by Avalanche Studios. So far, but I don't have a list of all their games or anything. I know that I've enjoyed every game I played of them. They're Just Cause games, the Mad Max game, Rage 2, and I'm pretty sure there's probably a couple others that I can't remember off the top of my head. That would know though, you know. Anyways, and then here's another screenshot that I almost forgot why I took this one, because I was like, this is cool, but like, why did I take this? And I was like, oh yeah, because I'm climbing the ladder on the left side of the screen. I thought that, you know, that's how cool the world is though, man. Me climbing ladders, you do all it's there's all kinds of stuff going on, man. You teleport, I mean, another thing, after 10 plus hours of playing this game, I finally unlocked the flying broom. Finally unlocked that. Oh, and that is fun. That's really fun. I have not um used it. I mean, I've had it for like an hour maybe so far, and I have not used it to explore the entire world yet and see how far I can go. It's something normally I would do uh, in a lot of open world games, not all of them, but a lot of them. I'd start like as soon as I can, I'll start exploring. Just depends. But this one, I was like, you know what, I can wait. Like I loved getting lost in the school. I didn't get lost because I didn't go too far off my track to the quest that I'm going to. I followed side quests and stuff like that, but like I could have went off into nowhere land, and I did a little bit of that. I did a little bit, but what I figured was I was like, you know, eventually, like all these quests that I get here, I bet you it's gonna take me through the entire school. So you know what, I'm gonna see what happens. But exploring is worth it, and it is cool. There's chests you can find that give you that you actually have gear. There's a loot system in it. You know, there's like armor and stats on your gear. I haven't really paid too much attention to that. I just equipped the upgrades and like whatever. Um, that's cool, man. Look at this scene too. You can tell it's lower resolution. It's so funny. That's still beautiful though, man. It's still beautiful. That's what's crazy. It's so I'm like I can't believe this is not the best graphics right here, but it's funny. Game's gorgeous, dude. It really is. Um, but I loved this painting on the wall, the one in the front leftish. You can tell, you know, to get the flames going on. It's just that is so cool, especially animated when you see it in life, right? Like alive, like it's epic. Like, you know, this girl, she's got these books and a couple of them are kind of like flying around her or whatever, you know, like um and then this big giant wheel thing is a pendulum. It's just swinging. It's just swinging while you know, everybody's here hanging out and they're all talking, and they have these like magic duels and stuff, and there's this pendulum just swinging. The world is just absolutely mind blowing, man. To me, anyways. I'm constantly blown away by this game. I'm a little worried that the entire game world itself might not be as big as I thought it was going to be, because I was thinking with the school is this big. If the open world is going to be like 10 times the size of the school, this is going to be huge. And now I'm not so sure if it's actually going to be. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a reason not to think that, but at the same time, I'm like, I haven't been too far away from the school, and I don't see too much, so I don't know what. Maybe it's just we'll see what happens. It might, you know, whatever. Either way, so far, man, I'm deeply impressed by this amazing game, man. I don't know if you know, I'm standing down here, down in the middle, and this kind of made me think of like Castlevania. Um, but yeah, it's a really cool game, man. Now I'm scrolling a little bit more to find out like some different, because like I already went through all the different screenshots that I opened in a tab, and I was like, this is gonna take forever, and so next time. But what I do is save a bunch of screenshots. I take them while I play, and then I upload most of them to Discord. Um, depends on which, if I on how many I took that I didn't want to save or whatever. But then after that, I delete them from my computer. I don't get too upset losing. Like I lost tens of thousands on Facebook. I lost tens of thousands on Facebook. Screenshots from all kinds of hundreds of games, you know. Yeah, you get like the indoor stuff is really cool. The interior, you go inside for the shops and everything. It's a really, really alive world, man. I like the entire time I've been playing this game, I'm like, dude, this is Avalanche's best. This is like all their work combined or something. Like, and I don't even know for sure. I don't know if it's every single person on the same team. You know, if the name of the studio is the same, but it's a completely different team working on it. You know. But so far, the Avalanche Studios team has been kicking ass, you know, so that's cool. But yeah, this is a really, really excellent world that we're playing through and living in here, man. It's pretty incredible. This shot came out excellent too. This was actually a cinematic shot. I have a couple others too that show it in game with the ogre or whatever, little fight in the beginning ish of the story and whatever. But I was surprised how well this one came out. Give me a sec. Sorry. I was just surprised how well that came out because a lot of cinematic screenshots come out weird. It just depends, you know. It depends. But this one was interesting. Well, when they're in action, even cinematics, like in action, you know, if you ever like try to take like a straight screenshot of a combat action scene without a photo mode, it's almost impossible to get a clear one because they're all blurry no matter what. Cinematics can be like that too sometimes. When the cinematic is animated. And this one I was like, whoa. Like, damn, that came out like, damn, that came out perfect. You see the fireball midair, man. With that, the way like it warps the that's cool, the air. Like, that was cool, man. Anyways. Yeah, I man, I'm trying to find. Now I'm just scrolling through. But yeah, the game is cool, man. It's I have notes, but I don't even wanna. I don't even want to review it, man. Be like, look, dude, go play it. Just go play it. No, it's cool. Let me see. I gotta close so many tabs. Freaking hell. Can I? Does this go forward? I think it goes forward. Not even sure. Does it? Yeah, it does. That was a lot. Alright. Oh, whoops. I just love this room. That's the thing too, like, I mean, like the environments, you know. I was about to say too, like, I would say the magic spells too, but there's so little combat so far. It actually reminds me, in that sense, it reminds me a little bit of Quantum Break. Quantum Break, really good game, loved it. But yeah, lack of like, let's say just in a comparison thing, like if it's a 10-hour game, right, like 10-hour campaign, it's like 2 hours of combat out of that whole 10-hour game, and so it's not that time, but that's about what it's like. It's like 20% combat, maybe like 15% to 20% combat out of that whole game, and the combat's awesome, man. Combat in Quantum Break is freaking awesome. I was so mad. I was like, dude, come on, man, come on. It is cool that you could replay missions and stuff. And this scene, isn't this scene amazing right here? Again, this was the lower resolution, and also this is not a cinematic. It's not a cinematic, and it's lower resolution. I mean, it might have upscaled it more. I don't know. It's been weird. It's been weird. Like, I fixed it, but this is still one of the earlier screenshots. Yeah, it's such an incredible world, man. It really reminds me of another Kingdoms of Amalur, because I was really impressed by Kingdoms of Amalur as well a long time ago. One day I'm gonna play that damn remastered crap, the HD port with the expansion that's new. But that game was special too. The world was alive, very alive. Just not as alive as this world. This is this is the best game I've ever played, man. Besides Mario Odyssey. But yeah. Look, I'm not trying to even overhype it or anything too. I'm just sharing my opinion, and I know it's a lot, right? It's a lot. I don't look, man. You might hate the game, all right? I'm not trying to sell it to you. Okay, I'm not trying to sell it to you. I'm not gonna make any money if you go buy this game, or I'm just letting you know. That's funny. Um, yeah, that's my character, and then one of the teachers. The only I don't even remember her name right now. I like the herbal teacher. She's she's awesome. She's funny. And this lady. Oh wait, did I bring her up? Tim brought her up, right? Let me see. Yeah, this chick, this teacher. I loved the eyeball things there. But she's cool. That teacher, she's pretty cool. I like her. I have other screenshots with her as well, with like her. I think her introduction, like she's kind of a badass, like a just like casual badass too. No effort to be a badass. It's pretty funny. This one I took the screenshot. It's a pretty scene, but I took it because I'm invisible here. You could, it's got this like translucent look or whatever. Very hard to see, but you can tell when you know what you're looking for, right? Is my cursor showing on the screen when I? But yeah, kind of bottom center leftish. But yeah, so the invisibility effects in the game are really cool. I'm just this. Playing pretend again as far as real life goes, and it's not okay, and a lot of shame. I was just thinking about this. I started a different recording before this one, and I realized I was gonna have to start it over, so I did. But that was one of the first things I said. It was like, I've got all the shame, man. Back to the things I said. They're in the event, the beginning of the event. Which event, right? Anyways, event 201. Oh shit, that's funny. Anyways, no, so yeah, I'm having fun. It's not the same kind of fun. I don't know how to explain it. I mean, well, I don't even want to put it the easiest way because it's just not right. Oh, anyways, didn't mean to say that. You probably know too, though. I'm. Did I bring this one up? Hold on a sec. Okay, yeah. Isn't this pretty? And it's really pretty. It's really pretty. This is still the lower resolution. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's scaled up, but yeah, it's weird. Oh, check this out. Check this one out. Yeah, I just killed the mood, huh? Even for myself, I'm like, oh man, I'm kind of done talking. this is this is pretty cool. I like how it came out even with the blur here. Normally, like that kind of blur effect, it looks terrible, but it came out like all right there. Like Control has that too. A lot of games with like special effect dish stuff, but Control's another one where like if you photo mode during combat, there's a lot of like flashy stuff going on, and it warps the scene and stuff. So when you enter photo mode, like it's really hard to get a camera angle that's not like shattered, like weird looking and all messed up. Horizon Zero Dawn does it too. It just depends. You have to learn. You have to learn the animations and like the timing of when to pause the game for a screenshot. And even when you do, it's not always easy to get the timing right, man. Like it depends. It depends on the animation you're trying to get. Some of them are impossible, really, and you have to get like what's after it. Anyways, yeah. So I thought that came out cool though. I had actually taken this one first. This is the same scene. So I like taking combat shots. I was like, that's cool. And then I moved the camera around and I saw this scene and I was like, whoa. I thought this was cinematic. I thought this was like some epic scene in like a heroic movie or whatever, you know, like superhero type movie or whatever, like all backed out and Dragon Ball Z style stuff. I was like, that's cool, man. I think this was a cinematic thingy. I just liked it when it was a floating book and how they open and flip their own pages and all that kind of stuff. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, shoot, dude. Look at that one. Like, damn, that's one of my favorites too. All right. Never mind. I don't remember what was. I think this was like a. These are like tiny non-puzzle things or whatever. Oh yeah, you collect the lore parts, right? That's right. I forgot. I don't even think I finished all those. I don't know. God, that school is big, man. I keep thinking of it as a castle, the school castle, the castle school. Right? That's so cool, man. It really is. Like, I want to go to Hogwarts, man. Let's see. I've had a, well, it's weird, man. It's weird. Anyways, isn't that pretty? Yeah, I did start messing with some of the settings too because PC's kind of, I don't know, it's been running it fine, but I can hear it, you know, it starts going room. um Reminds me of like Forspoken a little. Forspoken's another gorgeous game. I've seen people say that game's ugly. I'm just like, what? That's crazy, man. People are crazy. They're stupid. Anyways, yeah, this was another one of my favorites. This one right here, because I think I had taken this one first. I think I did. Maybe not, but I think I did. I think I'd taken this one first, and then I might have. I don't know where it was close by. Like there, you could tell they're close to each other. But I did move. Like I can't. I think the. Let me see. I'm trying to think if this is like down below this over here to the left, or if it's to the right. Whatever. I could probably tell. Whatever. Cause like. Whatever. Anyways, it was really pretty, man. I even got like another one that's even further out. Like later on, check this one out. Tree beautiful, really cool. But also, I was looking at this like, and I was like, wow, like, all these, like this place is nuts, man. This is like their school home too. You know, it's where they live and where they do school, I guess, or whatever, right? Like, yeah. That is cool, man. That is cool. These guys, that was a fun little part. Although it was hard on the ears, right? That was hard on the ears. I like how this outfit ended up. I think it's one of the DLC things. The black cloak is animated. It's kind of cool. It's really cool looking. And I got the black witch hat, and I was like, you know, that's neat. This is one of the like alchemy. You're like making potions, and this was kind of cinematic-ish, like this specific scene right here. Like I didn't move the camera. That was like a little like set scene, I think. I just love stuff like this, man. Like this was outside, like ruins, and the whole scene was just so pretty. I don't know. I just thought that was cool. One of my rare combat shots. And yeah, like you can recognize it when you. Or wait, oh, is it under my camera? I think, no, you can see it enough, I guess. It's hard to see. Like most of my combat has been at night too, which is kind of funny. Most of it, not all of it. But when I know what I'm looking for, like I can see the guy floating, you know, I knocked him in the air and stuff. I will definitely be getting a lot more combat scenes if there's gonna be more combat eventually, like, which I still think there might be. Like, I'm not even sure. Like, you know, I'm not even sure if there's gonna be a point that the game's gonna open up and there's gonna be more combat, because that's possible. It's possible. I don't know. But I do like the combat that's in the game. The spells and stuff is pretty cool, pretty fun. And the like the puzzle solving, spell casting stuff is neat, you know. This was cool because I didn't tilt the camera. This is actually like I love stuff like this too when you're playing a game and it's, you know, slanted and you're going up and down hills and kind of stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know if that's something other people just don't care about and notice, but I love stuff like that. I don't know. Like most of the time you play on flat, no matter what. You know what I mean? Like you're always on flat stuff. So I like hills. Like Days Gone has them too. Like got a lot of hills. Anyways, this was pretty. Let me see how long I've been recording, because it's probably been a long time. Yeah, I could do this easily for like another hour, but let me find another couple shots and I'll end this. Because it's been a long time, you know, whatever. And I might come back and do another screenshot video or something with some more ramblings. I don't know. I'm trying to find a couple good ones, like to bring up, like kind of looking through some. I don't want to like waste our time with a couple like okay ones, but not really good ones, you know, because like I have so many and I love them all. But of course I could easily pick out favorites, you know, and it is hard to do, but I can, you know, like this is a favorite. I love this. I mean, and one thing I like to do, I remember for a while, like one of my favorite things to do, my favorite preference in screenshots is combat. Like I like to get combat shots, and until photo mode was more normalized, like it was almost impossible. Like I said, I was always blurry, and I was taking so many. It was just you get like maybe one half good screenshot out of 50, you know. It's just like but I started seeing a lot of environmental screenshots, and I'm not the biggest fan of them, because a lot of people, they focus on only environment, but I'd like to focus on not just the environment, but like the actual like hidden areas, or what would be considered hidden, you know, like you know you're gonna find like some kind of secret door here kind of a thing, you know, like you're like, what's going on in this cave, right? So it just depends, but there's also preferences and stuff, you know. And my preference as far as taking and even looking at screenshots is combat. But I did learn some stuff too. Well, like not learn exactly, but I started learning some camera angles that I liked, because I would see people using camera angles that I had never really used very often, or if at all, didn't really think about, maybe, you know, stuff. And then I started seeing some camera angles. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to start doing stuff like that. Something like this, for example, these just the like super kind of, not like I didn't zoom it out or anything like super far. If I did, I might have adjusted the field of view a little bit, but I don't know. I usually don't, but it depends on the scene. But I don't usually go like super far out and up and top, but it just depends. But especially on like a scene. But this game, there's just so much detail and everything, even like outdoors, where it's like the distance you can tell is kind of like the cheap part. Right? Kind of, right, you know, not to be insulting or anything. It's where the detail didn't go, you know. That's in the open world and stuff. But it just depends too. I mean, there's the day-night cycle stuff, which also changes just how the world will look and all that kind of stuff. But nah, the detail and everything in this game is amazing, man. It's amazing. Like I don't almost like I was you know what I couldn't help it. I don't know how it happened or what, but like I was like, did the team at Avalanche like actually really love not only like the movies but the books as well, um, or something, right? Like they, this is straight out of the books, man. It's cool. It's really cool, especially for me because not even specifically to Harry Potter itself. I've always been a fan of magic, man. I love magic. I love magic, and I've always wanted like more magical themed magical worlds, to play in and stuff. It's one of the reasons why Kingdoms of Amalur is my one of my most favorite games, is because the world itself is magical. I don't know, that's just my kind of thing. I really like the fantasy and all that. um so yeah, no, this Hogwarts Legacy is it's incredible. Like just going through the world and experiencing the magic in it. Like I said, I mean, like normally I'm hoping like I'll end up into more combat area stuff or something eventually, where it's a little bit more normal and more common. I don't know though. I don't know if that's just not gonna happen. I don't know if it's just not that way. I said like Quantum Break was like that, where it was like I loved the game. So I mean, I played through it twice. Wanted to play it again. I think I actually did start a third playthrough. Never got through that one. um, what was I saying? Crap. But it was like mostly story. Really good though. Really good story. I really enjoyed the story. Platforming, you know. And barely any actual combat when which was really good when it was in the game. So that's actually why I liked Control more. I was worried about Control. I was like, dude, Quantum Break lacked combat so hard. I'm worried about Control. Control is amazing. Um, did a better job with it. And I'm a little worried about Alan Wake too, because there's all the preview, and I was like, this doesn't even look like Alan Wake. Like, I mean, it looks like an upgraded version, but it's not what. It's like what they did with Diablo 4, man. It's like, just saying, what do you. Okay, you updated Diablo and you upgraded it, but you also turned it into something that is not. Like, it's. I don't know, it's weird. It's weird, because it is the same, but it's also not. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it could just be come down to just preferences, man. I tell you what, Diablo 4 definitely needs more randomization stuff going on, and then the maps, the end game loop that you do. Nightmare dungeons suck. The concept is fine, but they suck. They're dumb. Did I already have? No, I didn't. I couldn't have had that one up. Yeah, I didn't expect to keep opening up more and still talk, but I just felt like it. So, okay. And then so this specific screenshot too. I mean, look at that, man. I mean, this is the world that you go through. I mean, it's one thing. I finally started fast traveling after like 14 hours played or something. I did it once because one of the quests tells you to, or whatever, in the early part. But I was walking. I mean, I still do. But now I got my broom. I get to fly around. But walking up the stairs, down the stairs, through the stairs, like just up and down hallways to go across, to go up across, and then go up and down hallways to go across. Dude, I stare up and down stairs, like crisscrossing all over the place, man. And normally I wouldn't. That'd probably annoy me or something, but like just how incredible the world itself is everywhere. Every room I go through, I'm just fascinated by. And I'm just like, this is. I wish this was real life right here, man. Like, but anyways, all right. So yeah, I kind of don't want to upload this because it went on too long. I said a couple of things I probably didn't want to say, but anyways, I guess I'll be back. I guess I think I mentioned I kind of don't want to review the game, but I might end up anyways. I don't. Most of it is when I try to do something normal, I don't feel normal, and nothing's right, and I don't want to get into them. And it's wacky. It's wacky, but I have to do something right. I enjoy this. I enjoy video games. So Do what you enjoy, right? I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, it's an excellent game, man. I'll talk to you later. Bye.